Welcome, teachers. This is another review on social studies, specifically on economics. And I do hope na makatulong ang review na ito sa inyo upang pumasa sa LAT exam this coming September 2023. Maybe marami sa inyo ay nag-self-review po and sana you'll find this video helpful. So this consists still 25 questions with rationalization. And before we begin, let us offer all of this for God's glory. Okay, so shall we start? Question number 1. Okay, so this is all about social studies, specifically on economics. Okay, so this could come out in your Gen Ed and in your major. Okay, question number 1. The double digit rates of both unemployment and inflation would signal a problem of blank. A. Inadequate aggregate demand, B. Unbalanced economic growth, C. Uncontrollable budget deficit, and D. Stagflation. The answer is letter D. Stagflation. Okay, so the stagflation, that is an economic cycle characterized by slow growth and a high unemployment rate accompanied by inflation. Okay, so during this um, condition, no, there is a stagnant demand, there is a high unemployment and high inflation. Okay, so the economists term that as stagflation. Okay, question number 2. Who is considered as the father of modern economics? Is it A. Millicent Fawcett, B. Alfred Marshall, C. Adam Smith, and D. Merton Miller? The answer is letter C, Adam Smith. Okay, so this is Adam Smith, the founder of modern economics, and he advocated for laissez-faire policies and the author of the book The Wealth of Nations. And he also created the concept of GDP, or the gross domestic product. Okay, so he is Adam Smith. Number 3, these are goods and services that are produced domestically but then sold to customers residing in other countries. Is it A. Exports, B. Foreign trade, C. Imports, and D. International trade? Okay, so what do we mean when we say domestically? Okay, that is made locally or gawa dito sa loob ng bansa. Okay, so the answer is letter A. Exports. Okay, so exports are goods and services that are produced domestically but then sold to customers residing in other countries. So as you can see here in the illustration, export is from our country to the other countries. Okay, so that is the idea of exports. Okay, so in contrary with the import, okay, import is from other countries to our country. Number 4, which of the following is also known as the Consumer Act of the Philippines? A. RA 3466, B. RA 7394, C. RA 9262, and D. RA 10667. Okay, the answer is letter B, RA 7394. Okay, so the Congress has enacted RA 7394, or the Consumer Act of the Philippines, in 1992. The law was enacted to protect the interest of consumers through the promotion of public health and safety measures and the prevention of deceptive and unfair acts of businessmen. Number 5, what do we call the economic situation wherein one company controls the supply of unique kind of product? A. Inflation, B. Monopoly, C. Inequality, and D. Recession. The answer is letter B. It's monopoly. One company controls the supply of unique kind of product. That is monopoly. One. Okay, monopoly. So the monopoly, the exclusive possession or control of the supply of production and trade of a product or services. So halimbawa dito, yung mga Meralco and the Manila Water and more, no? Ibig sabihin, isang company lang po, no? One company controls the supply of a unique kind of product. That is monopoly. Number six, what exists when a country can produce a good or service at a lower opportunity cost than another country? Okay, is it A, comparative advantage, C, competition, C, economic stability, and D, monopoly? The answer is letter A, comparative advantage. Okay, so the comparative advantage describes a situation in which a business or a country can produce a good or services at a lower opportunity cost than another producer or another country. That is comparative advantage. Number seven, the four factors of production includes land, labor, capital, and blank. A, advertisement. B, promotion. C, entrepreneurship, and D, gold. The answer is letter C, entrepreneurship. Okay, so these are the four factors of production. We have the land, we have the labor, the capital, and the entrepreneurship. Number eight, when the price of a coffee increases, some consumers opted to buy tea instead. So, in this situation, what kind of good tea is? Is it A, complementary, B, substitute, C, alternative, and D, supplement? The answer is letter B, substitute. So, kung masyadong mahal si coffee, so we can substitute that with tea. Okay, so substitute goods are goods which, due to change conditions, may replace each other in use. Okay, so tea and coffee are such type of goods. So if the price of coffee increases, quantity demanded for coffee will decrease kasi nga mahal. So maliit lang yung um, bumibili. So the demand will decrease kasi the price has increased. So the consumers using coffee will now shift themselves to tea unless the price decreases for coffee. So the demand for tea is expected to increase. Okay? So that is substitute. Number 9, it refers to the lowest price that can legally charge for some goods or services. Is it A, price ceiling, B, price floor, C, suggested retail price, and D, price index? The answer is price floor. It's letter B. Okay, so the price floor is the lowest legal price that can be paid in the market for goods and services, labor, or financial capital. Okay, so this is being set by the government, no? The price floor. So that um, the lowest legal price of such goods or such service is implemented. Para naman hindi masyadong lugi si seller. Okay? Price floor. Number 10. The following are among the elements to gauge a country's economic growth except, okay, so may except dito, take note tayo, no? So ibig sabihin, all of the choices are used, no, to gauge or to measure the country's economic growth except daw sa isa. Okay, so is it A, gross national products, B, gross domestic products, C, population growth, and D, national income? So ang sagot ay letter C, population growth. Hindi siya kasali. Number 11. So the following are examples of what economists refer to as capital that can produce other goods except. Okay, so ibig sabihin the choices, the three of the choices are capital or they can be used to produce other goods except daw sa isa. Okay. Is it A, household furniture, B, production machinery, C, marketing transport vehicles, and D, fishing implements? The answer is household furniture. Okay, bakit? Because hindi naman pinagkakakitaan yung mga furniture sa bahay. Okay, right? And then the production machinery can produce other goods, right? And then the marketing transport vehicles can produce other goods or services. And then the fishing implements also. So the answer is letter A, household furniture. Hindi po siya considered as capital because it cannot produce other goods. Okay. Number 12, which problem of resources fall under the task of economic allocation? Is it A, quality, B, standard, C, excellence, and D, scarcity? So when we say economic allocation, ito talaga yung sagot, scarcity. Okay, so economics exists because of this scarcity. So the problem of allocation of resources arises due to scarcity of resources. Limitado po. Okay, and then the refers to the question of which wants should be satisfied and which should be left unsatisfied. So that is economic allocation. Ano daw yung isa-satisfy at ano din daw ang hindi na is-satisfy. That is the role of economics. Okay, number 13. Which term described the situation when a country's imports exceed its exports? Is it A, budget deficit, B, budget surplus, C, trade deficit, and D, trade surplus? The answer is letter C, trade deficit. Okay. So trade deficit occurs when a country's imports exceed its exports during a given period of time. So uh, trade deficit basically means that we buy much from other countries, right? Kasi our import exceed. Okay, so we buy much from other countries, but we sell less. Okay, because here import exceeds its export. Okay, we sell less towards other countries. Okay, so that is termed as trade deficit. 14, the following are the elements that make possible nations to produce goods and services except one. Okay. A, capital, B, labor force, C, geographical location, and D, natural resources. The answer is except ibig sabihin, the choices, merong isa dyan, no? Na it's not make not the element that makes possible nations to produce goods. It is geographic location. Number 15, which is not included in the three economic questions. Where to produce, how to produce, C, what to produce, and D, who consumes what is produced. The answer is letter A, where to produce. So there are three basic fundamental economic questions. That is what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. So the where to produce is not included. Okay? 16. It is also known as the Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion Law or the Train Law. A, RA 10963, B, RA 10066, C, RA 10693, and D, RA 10966. The answer is letter A, 10963. So this is during the reign of President Duterte. So this act shall be known as the Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion or TRAIN. This RA. This is made to ensure that the government is able to provide for the needs of those under its jurisdiction and care through the provision of better infrastructure, health, education, jobs, and social protection for the people. Okay, so the train law is RA 10963. 17, most people dislike inflation because A. Reduces the nominal rate of interest. B. Reduces the capital gains earned when an asset is sold. C. Reduces the purchasing power of money. And D. Increases the cost of making decisions. So the answer is, bakit daw ayaw ng mga tao ang inflation? The answer is letter C. It reduces the purchasing power of money. Okay, so the unevenly rising prices inevitably reduce the purchasing power of some consumers. So as you can see in my illustration here, in 1998, ang dami pang laman, no? Yung mga shopping carts. In 2005, ito na lang. In 2014, masyado nang maliit, no? Malaki nga yung pera mo, maliit naman. Or konti lang yung nabibili. Okay? So inflation reduces the purchasing power of money. Okay. 18. What is the study of decision made by people and businesses regarding the allocation of resources and prices at which they trade goods and services? Take notes sa tanong. Study of decision made by people and businesses. Okay, is it A, economics, B, macroeconomics, C, microeconomics, and D, economics of scale? The answer is microeconomics, because microeconomics is the study of individual and business decisions regarding the allocation of resources and prices of goods and services. So that is microeconomics. 19. The angel theory is that as income increases and the percentage of income on non-food items also increase kasi nga tumaas yung income increase, tataas din daw yung non-food items, no? Okay, so to what sector will this principle not apply? Okay, is it A, corporate manager, B, unemployed, C, entrepreneurs, and D, middle class? So the answer is unemployed. Okay? Hindi naman tataas yung income nila kasi nga unemployed sila. So this um, principle no is not applicable to unemployed. Okay? 20. Which of the following statement regarding the law of supply is true? A. The quantity supplied increases as price decreases. B. Quantity supplied increases as price increases. C. Quantity supplied is determined by price and other factors. And D. Regardless of price, supply increases due to factors of production. The answer is letter B. That is the law of supply. Quantity supplied increases as prices increases. Okay, so according to the law of supply, as the price increases, the ability and willingness of suppliers to sell products also increases and vice versa. Bakit? The logic here is that mataas yung presyo. So the suppliers will really sell more goods. Okay? So that is the law of supply. 21. Obligations incurred by the government in the form of or loans or services or goods. Loans of services or goods are called blank. A. Debt. B. Forfeitures. C. Tariffs. And D. Taxation. The answer is letter A. Debt. Okay. The keyword here is loan. Okay. So obligations incurred by the government in the form of loan are called government or public debts. Utang. Okay? 22. The Consumer Price Index measures changes in the price of goods and commodities as this affect the standards of living of blank family. Is it A, rural, B, typical, C, peasant, and D, urban? The answer is typical family. 23. Supply reflects the ability and willingness of blank to blank specific quantities of a commodity at alternative prices. Is it A, consumers buy, B, consumers sell, C, suppliers sell, and D, suppliers buy? The answer is suppliers sell. Okay, so supply reflects the ability and willingness of suppliers to sell specific quantities of a commodity at alternative prices. Okay, 24. Which branch of economics studies the sum total of all economic activities? All economic activities. Okay, that is our keyword. Is it A, macroeconomics, B, microeconomics, C, normative economics, and D, positive economics? The answer is macro. Okay? Take note of the sum total of all economic activities. Malawak po yung coverage. Sum total of all. So that is macroeconomics. So macro means large. Thus, macroeconomics studies the structure, performance, and behavior of the entire economy. 25, the last number. What is the socioeconomic factor where man must fit into cities, which is the center of communication, trade, and culture? Is it A, industrialization, B, urbanization, C, assimilation, D, modernization? The answer is urbanization. Okay, a man must fit into cities. Urbanization ang sagot. Okay, so that would be all. Alright, so this is all about economics. So marami din ang lalabas no sa economics. Okay, so on my I hope you get something in here that you can use no during the exam. So you can play this video again and again so you will understand, no? So on my next video I will be talking about social studies pa rin, more on geography, sociology, and more. Okay, so thank you so much for having me here in your review time, and I hope that you are preparing a lot, no? Because let examination is not a joke. Okay, so we have to prepare so much so that we can ace, no, the exam and soon be called as LPT. Okay, thank you so much for listening and for watching, and I hope that you will pass the LET exam. Okay, so have a great day ahead, and God bless us all.